What if your dog could sit you down and say, "Hey, I've been waiting"? They're not waiting for a treat or a toy, they're waiting for something deeper, something you might be missing without even realizing it. Most of us think we're doing enough, but is it possible you're overlooking silent signals that could change your dog's life? Stay with me. These 12 signs will make you see your dog in a whole new light. Alright, let's get real. Your dog can't fill out a health form. Imagine if they could, though. Picture your pup sitting across from you, clipboard in paw, saying, "Excuse me, human, I'd like to report a tummy ache and a case of the blahs." But nope. Instead, they're stuck with the world's tiniest signals. It's like a secret code only the best detectives can crack. Are you Sherlock Holmes, or are you missing the clues? Sometimes your dog just sits there giving you those big soulful eyes you think, "Aw, so sweet." But what if they're actually saying, "Hey, something's up, but I'm too polite to make a fuss"? So what should you be looking out for? Let's play detective for a second. Has your dog suddenly turned into a professional napper? Like, you blink, and they're out cold on the couch again. Sure, dogs love their sleep, but if they're snoozing more than usual, that's not just laziness, that's your first clue. And what about when they move like they're walking through molasses? We joke, "Oh, he's just getting old," but what if it's pain or something brewing under the surface? You know your dog better than anyone. If they're acting off, don't just shrug it off. Would you ignore your best friend if they started acting weird? Didn't think so. And let's talk about the licking. You see your dog going to town on their paws and think, "Cute, right?" But if it's non-stop, it's like their version of sending an SOS text. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's allergies, maybe it's just a bad day. But trust me, it's not just a quirky habit. And food. When your dog, who usually acts like every meal is the last supper, suddenly snubs their bowl. That's a plot twist you can't ignore. You're left standing there holding the kibble thinking, "Wait, what? You're not hungry? Who are you and what have you done with my dog?" And then there's the whining. Not the, "I want a treat" whine, but that soft, almost whispered sound. It tugs at your heart, doesn't it? Your dog isn't just being dramatic. They're trying to tell you something important, without the drama of a soap opera. Maybe they're anxious, maybe they're hurting, or maybe they just need a little extra love today. Wouldn't you want someone to notice if you felt that way? So next time you hear that little whine, don't brush it off. It could be your dog's way of saying, "Hey, help me out here." So there you have it, your dog might be sending you a SOS and you're missing it. But trust me, once you notice, you'll start picking up on these signs. Keep your eyes open because the next sign is something you might overlook every single day. Now, let's talk walks. You might think you're just getting your dog out for a little exercise, but trust me, for them, it's like a mini adventure. Imagine this. You step outside, and suddenly, every tree is a breaking news story. Every hydrant is a mystery novel, and every bush, well, that's the jackpot. Your dog's nose is working overtime, their ears are on high alert. Seriously, it's like they're on a secret mission. And there you are, probably giggling at their silly antics, right? But hey, have you ever wondered what's going on in their head? Picture this, you tug the leash, and your dog gives you that look, like, "Really? I was just about to crack the case." Ouch, right in the feels. Dogs are natural explorers, they crave discovery. Wouldn't you get bored walking the same block every single day? If your dog starts pulling, dragging their paws, or just plopping down in protest, can you blame them? They're basically saying, "Can we please spice things up a bit?" But here's the magic, let them take the lead for once. Watch their tail go wild as they sniff out the latest neighborhood gossip. Next time try this, let them take the lead. If they want to sniff something for 5 minutes, let them. It's like their little version of a treasure hunt. Ever tried switching up your route? Take a left instead of a right and boom, your dog's eyes light up like it's Christmas morning. It's like you just took them on a whole new adventure. So, walks aren't just about getting them tired, it's a bonding moment. It's a chance to show them you get their world and want to be a part of it. But here's the twist. What if it's not just the walk they're waiting for? What if there's something deeper they're trying to tell you? Let's dive into that next. So here's something you might not realize. Your dog is talking to you all the time. They're just not using words. Imagine this. You're sitting on the couch and suddenly you feel a pair of eyes burning into your soul. You look over and there's your dog giving you that look. You know the one? Is it the "let's go for a walk" look, or maybe the "I saw you grab a snack, where's mine" look? It's like living with a furry little mind reader. Ever notice how your dog just looks at you like they're trying to tell you something? Or maybe you're working and suddenly there's a wet nose nudging your hand. "Excuse me, human, but have you forgotten how adorable I am?" Or they're waiting by the door, giving you that Oscar-worthy hopeful expression. How can you say no to that face? They're not just being needy, they're saying, "I need you right now." Pay attention to their body language too. And let's be honest, when your dog stands there staring at you with those soft puppy dog eyes, what are they really asking for? A little love? A scratch behind the ears? Or maybe just a reminder that you're their favorite person in the world? It's like a secret handshake, but with more fur. And then there's the whine. Oh, the whine. It's not just noise, it's their way of saying, hey, I'm feeling a little off here, can you help me out? Sometimes it's dramatic, sometimes it's subtle, but it always tugs at your heartstrings. They're saying, I'm feeling a little stressed, help me out here. It's like they're using their eyes, their posture, and their energy to talk to you, and if you're tuned in, you'll catch it. You don't need to hear words to understand what they need, but sometimes, they're trying to tell you something a little bigger, like when they pull away, or when they seem distant. That's not just a mood swing, it could mean something's off. It's time to listen closely, because they're trying to say, I need you more than ever. Ever wonder why your dog follows you from room to room? Or how about when you're deep in an email and suddenly, boop, there's a wet nose nudging your elbow. It's like, excuse me human, did you forget about me? But here's the twist, it's not just because your dog is a stage 5 clinger. Nope. Sometimes they're actually feeling anxious and you're their superhero. Think about it, just like us, dogs have their off days. Maybe the mailman's been extra noisy, or the vacuum cleaner made its terrifying appearance again. Who do they turn to? You, of course. Ever catch your dog peeking around the corner, checking if you're still there? It's like they're running their own little security patrol. All clear, human is still in sight. But here's where it gets tricky. Dog anxiety isn't always a big dramatic show. Sometimes it's all in the little things. Maybe they're pacing like they're training for a marathon, or whining at the window like they just saw a squirrel convention outside. Sound familiar? Or suddenly your normally chill pup is barking at nothing, ghosts, the wind, or just their own shadow. Who knows? And if your dog's acting jumpy for no reason, you might start playing detective. Was it a change in routine? Did someone slam a door? Or maybe you left them alone for 5 minutes and they thought you'd moved to Mars. Even being left solo for a little too long can turn your confident canine into a bundle of nerves. So what do? They look up at you with those eyes, basically saying, hey, I need a little backup here. And when you give them a reassuring pat or a cuddle, it's like flipping a switch, their whole mood shifts. But wait, it's not always the obvious stuff. Sometimes you've got to be a bit of a doggy mind reader. Maybe they lean against your leg or give your hand a gentle nudge, like, hey, I'm here, are you? And those big, wide puppy dog eyes, come on, who can resist that? It's basically their way of saying, I need you now. So don't brush it off. Your dog's asking for a little love and support. And the best part, when you respond, you're not just easing their anxiety, you're strengthening your bond. Alright, let's be real, sometimes dogs are masters at hiding pain. But have you ever seen your dog do that slow-motion walk across the living room like they're starring in their own dramatic movie? You call them, and suddenly, it's as if you've asked them to climb Mount Everest. Maybe you think, oh, they're just being stubborn. But what if your dog's actually thinking, human, I'd love to leap onto that couch, but my leg feels like it's made of jelly. Ever had a day like that? Or picture this. Your energetic pup suddenly turns into the world's slowest walker or skips playtime altogether. That's not laziness. That's a red flag waving right in front of you. It's like they're giving you those puppy eyes saying, hey, I'm hurting here but I don't speak human. Can you help me out? Sometimes it's just a pulled muscle. No biggie. But other times, it could be arthritis, hip dysplasia, or something else that needs a vet's magic touch. Wouldn't you want someone to notice if you were hurting? Dogs don't just change their behavior for fun. There's always a reason, and it's up to us to play detective. And we need to take it seriously. Another thing to look out for? Their grooming habits. If your dog's over-grooming or scratching a lot, it's more than just them being clean. It could be skin infections, allergies, or even stress. And let's not forget their digestion. If they're not eating, or if they're having digestive issues, it's definitely time to pay attention. They're not being picky, they're telling you something's off. As dogs get older, things change. One day your dog's zoomies turn into slow-motion strolls. Remember when they used to leap onto the couch like a furry superhero? Now, it's more of a careful calculation. Is this worth the effort, or should I just give you the puppy eyes until you lift me up? Maybe you've noticed your old pal taking a little longer to get up in the morning, or giving you that help me out here look when it's time for a walk. Sound familiar? Don't just brush it off. Old age isn't a stop sign, it's just a new chapter. And honestly, who doesn't want more cuddles and extra treats? Your dog might trade marathon walks for power naps, and suddenly, that plush bed you bought on a whim becomes their favorite spot in the house. Ramps? Oh, they're not just for fancy cars. Sometimes they're for your four-legged best friend who's earned a little VIP treatment. Achy joints? Totally normal. But hey, would you want to skip out on a gentle massage? Neither would they. Little changes, like moving their bed closer or raising their food bowl, can make a world of difference. Why not roll out the red carpet for your loyal companion? And don't forget, just because they're older doesn't mean they're done having fun. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Bring on the puzzle toys and treat hunts. Sure, they might not win any races, but their minds are still sharp. Keep those games coming and shower them with love, because every gray hair is a badge of honor. Love your pup? Subscribe for more ways to show it. Sometimes all your dog needs is you, just your presence. Picture this. You're buried in emails, scrolling through your phone, maybe even juggling a coffee in one hand. Meanwhile, your dog is right there giving you those big, hopeful eyes. Ever feel like you're being watched? Spoiler alert, you are. They're not judging your multitasking skills. They just want you. No fancy tricks, no big adventures. Just you, in the moment. Have you ever noticed how your dog will just sit by your side, not making a sound, not asking for a thing? It's like they're saying, hey, I'm here if you need me, no pressure. And then there's that look. Oh, you know the one. The I adore you stare. It's their silent way of saying, you're my favorite human. Forget grand gestures, your dog isn't waiting for a parade or a steak dinner. It's the little things that count. Like that magical moment when you lock eyes, suddenly it's just you and them, and the world melts away. Ever feel your heart do a little happy dance? Or when you give them a belly rub and they flop over like, yes, this is the life. Who needs therapy when you've got a dog? Sometimes it's just sitting together in silence. No words, no distractions, just you, your dog, and a whole lot of love. Isn't that what happiness is all about? When you finally put down the phone and show up, even in the smallest way, your dog lights up like you're a celebrity walking into the room. It's love, pure and simple. And when they feel that connection, their whole vibe changes. They're calm, content, and totally in their happy place. So next time you get the urge to scroll through your phone while they're curled up next to you, think again. Your dog's world revolves around you. Giving them your undivided attention, even for just a minute, can make all the difference. Ever notice your dog acting off but can't quite put your finger on it? 1 minute, your pup is your shadow, following you everywhere, tail wagging like a metronome on overdrive. The next, poof, they're hiding under the bed like you just announced bath time. What gives? Maybe you catch those big sad eyes staring at you, or they're lying there with their head on their paws looking like they just lost their favorite squeaky toy. Is it drama, is it doggy Shakespeare, or is it something deeper? Sometimes they'll pace around like they're searching for the meaning of life, or flop down with that, I just can't even look. Ever seen those ears go back? That's not just a new fashion statement, they're telling you, hey, something's up. It's like a silent cry for attention, and we often miss it. When your dog seems distant, or when they stop interacting the way they usually do, it's time to ask yourself, what's going on? They might be feeling sick, or maybe something in their environment is making them anxious. Either way, it's up to you to figure it out and help them feel safe again. We all want the best for our dogs, but sometimes we don't realize that what we're feeding them might be causing more harm than good. Picture this. You pour out that trusty kibble, your dog comes running, tail wagging, and you think, yep, I'm a great dog parent. But wait, have you ever actually peeked at what's inside that bag? What are all those words you can't pronounce? Sometimes it's like a junk food buffet in there. No wonder your pup might sniff the bowl and give you that, are you serious look? Ever had your dog turn up their nose or look a little queasy after dinner? Yeah, we've all been there. Maybe they start scratching like they're auditioning for a flea circus, or they just flop down looking like they've run a marathon when all they did was eat. It's enough to make any dog parent worry. But here's the good news. What your dog eats can turn them into a ball of energy, with a shiny coat and a sparkle in their eyes. Or if you're not careful, it can lead to a pudgy pup who'd rather nap than play fetch, or a dog who's always itching and scratching like they're trying to send you a message in Morse code. It's up to you to make sure their meals are packed with the right stuff. And trust me, it makes a world of difference. When you're always rushing around, your dog can start feeling a little neglected. Picture this. You come home after a long day, juggling groceries, emails, and a phone that just won't stop buzzing. Meanwhile, your dog is sitting there giving you that classic, I've been waiting all day for you look. But instead of running up, they just turn away. Ouch, right? Ever had your dog avoid eye contact like you forgot their birthday? Dogs are basically furry little emotional sponges. They soak up every bit of love you give, and trust me, they notice when you're running on empty. Ever tried to cuddle your dog and they just sigh and flop the other way? That's their way of saying, hey, I miss the old you. And when they feel like you're not really there, it's not just a sad puppy face. They can get anxious, start pacing, or even hide under the couch like they're starring in a canine soap opera. It's dramatic, but hey, wouldn't you feel the same? But here's the good news. You don't need to drop everything and become a full-time dog entertainer. Sometimes just a few extra belly rubs or a quick snuggle on the couch can turn their whole day around. Who knew you could be a hero in 5 minutes? A little love goes a long way, and when you give it, your dog feels it deeply. They need to know that you're there, especially when life gets busy. Here's the tough truth. Dogs don't get forever. But wow, do they know how to live? Have you ever seen your dog sprint across the park like they're chasing Olympic gold, or leap into your arms like you're the best thing since bacon-flavored treats? They pour their whole heart into every tail wag, every sloppy kiss, every welcome home dance. Isn't it wild how much love fits into one furry body? So, let me ask you, are you soaking it all in? Or are you letting those moments slip by while you scroll your phone? Every walk is an adventure to them, every cuddle is a treasure. Even if you're just stepping over squeaky toys for the 100th time, hey, that's love. And those belly rubs? That's the doggy jackpot. You're basically a superhero in their eyes. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. So, why not make today the day you start making memories? Snap that silly selfie, run that extra lap, laugh at their goofy zoomies. Whether it's a wild game of tug-of-war that ends with you both in a heap of giggles, or just a quiet moment on the couch sharing snacks and secrets, those are the moments your dog will hold on to. Yes, even more than that squeaky toy. Don't wait for the perfect time, make the time perfect for them. In the end, your dog doesn't need perfect training, fancy toys, or a flawless routine. They need you. But what does that really mean? Imagine this. You come home after a long, exhausting day, and who's waiting at the door, tail wagging like it's the best moment of their life? Yep, your dog. They don't care if you're in sweatpants or if dinner is just reheated leftovers. All they want is your heart, your time, and your attention. Ever notice how your dog can turn a 5-minute belly rub into the highlight of their week? Or how they act like you're a celebrity every time you walk into the room? It's hilarious, right? But it's also kind of amazing. Love isn't about grand gestures, it's about being there even when you're tired, even when life gets messy. Have you ever tried to sneak a snack only to find those big eyes staring at you silently judging? That's devotion. It's the little things, feeding them breakfast, letting them out, or just sitting together on the couch day in and day out, no matter what. Because let's be honest, who else gets this excited just to see you every single day? So show up for them, love them through their quirks, their struggles, and their joys. Whether they're zooming around the house or just need a little extra comfort, you're their whole world. They'll thank you with every wag, every nuzzle, and every look, because that's what they've been waiting for all along. Here's something that might surprise you. Your dog doesn't just want you there, they need you there. Every moment you share with them, every small act of love, becomes their whole world. And those quiet moments of connection, those are the ones they'll remember forever. So here's my bonus tip. Next time you take your dog on a walk, leave your phone behind, just focus on them, and really see their world. I promise, it'll change the way you look at your dog, and the way they look at you. But now I've got to ask, how do you show your dog they're loved? Drop a comment below because I want to hear all about it, and if you want more ways to strengthen your bond with your dog, check out our next video, 12 proven ways to show your dog you love them. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.